Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
Hello, good morning. How are you today?
yes, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I am good. Thank you for asking.
Yes,
Okay, we are going to continue with the class, okay?
yes,
Can you see my screen?
not yet. Yes, okay.
Okay, let's get started. Please repeat after me. Teenager,
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 journey,
journey,
book,
book,
land,
land,
summer holiday,
summer holiday,
flight,
flight,
check-in,
check-in,
plane.
plane.
Okay, can you please read the words by yourself?
Yes, teenager, journey, book, land, summer holiday, flight, check-in, land.
Okay, do you understand all of those words?
Oh, uh, land, land, oh,
Okay,
um,
you have the airplane, it flies, and when arrived to a place, it lands.
land,
Yes, you have, okay, here you have the sky. Okay, this is a sun.
yeah,
Here are some clouds. And here you have the airplane. Okay? The airplane is flying, but here is the ground. Okay? Here is the ground. And when it's not flying, when it's going to touch the ground, it lands. Okay? Lands.
lands.
Correct. Is it clear?
Mhm. Yeah,
Okay, very good. What else?
yes, that's on teacher.
Okay, very good. Now, over here we have a text. I am going to read it first. Please follow my reading, and then we're going to work on new vocabulary,
Yeah,
and then you read it yourself, all right?
yeah,
Last April, two British teenagers wanted to go to Australia for their summer holiday, but it was a 24-hour journey by plane, and tickets were very expensive. So, Raul, Sebastian, and Emma Nunn, age 19, looked for cheap tickets on the internet. They were very lucky, and they booked two tickets to Sydney. On August 4th, They arrived at Heathrow Airport. They checked in and waited for the plane to leave. 6 hours later, they landed at a big airport and changed planes. Emma: I was a bit worried because the second plane was very small, but I didn't want to say anything to Raúl. Raúl: After only an hour the plane landed. We looked out of the window. It was a very small airport. We walked to the information desk and I showed our tickets to the woman. "When is our next flight?" I asked. She looked at our tickets. "The next flight? This is the end of your journey. Where did you want to go?" "Where are we?" I asked. "Do you think they were in Sydney?" Okay, now over here. Can you tell me new words or vocabulary phrase that you do not understand?
Yes.
Can you tell me the words?
What do you believe? I think it's okay.
Okay, what about this other part? Okay. Can you please read it yourself?
Yes. Last, last April, two British teenagers wanted to go to Australia for their summer holiday, but it was a 24-hour journey by plane and tickets were very expensive. So Ralph, Sebastian, and
Sebastian.
Emma Sebastian and Emma, aged 19, looked for cheap tickets on the internet. They were lucky and they booked two tickets to Sydney on August 4th. They arrived at Heathrow Airport. They checked in and waited for the plane and to leave. 6 hours later, they landed at a big airport and changed planes. Emma, I was, I was, I was a bit worried because the second flight was very small, but I didn't want to say anything to Rayo. Rayo, after only an hour, the plane landed. We looked out of the window. I was a very small airport. We walked to the information desk and I sold our tickets to the woman. When is your next flight? Next flight? I asked. She looked at our tickets. The next flight. This is the end of your journey. Where did you want to go? Where are we? I asked. Do you think they were in Sydney?
Okay, very good. Please repeat after me. Australia.
Australia,
Australia.
Australia,
There is an S over there. Australia.
Aus, Australia,
Perfect. So much better. Asked. Asked.
act, act,
Asked.
asked.
Very good. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now we are going to listen. This is too small. Okay.
Listening 5.6.
They walked to the information desk and they showed their tickets to the woman.
When is our next flight?
The next flight? This is the end of your journey. Where did you want to go?
Where are we?
You're in Sydney.
We're in Australia.
Australia? No. You're in Canada.
Canada?
Okay. Raoul and Emma were in Sydney, but not Sydney, Australia. They were in Sydney, Nova Scotia, in northeast Canada. The story of Emma and Raoul was on television and in newspapers around the world. They stayed in Sydney, Nova Scotia, for 4 days and then traveled home on Air Canada to London, England, not London, Canada. Can you please read that part?
Yes. I, I, and now I read it.
Yes, please.
Yes. Sydney, Nova Scotia, population 26,000. Rael and Emma were in Sydney, but not Sydney, Australia. They were in Sydney, Nova Scotia, in northeast Canada. The story of Emma and Rael was on television and in newspapers around the world. They stayed in Sydney, Nova Scotia for 4 days and then travelled home on Air Canada to London, England, not London, Canada.
Okay, very good. Over here, is there a word or phrase that you do not understand?
I understand on.
You understand all? Okay, very good.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to answer them and then you ask the questions to me. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Where were you at 9 o'clock yesterday morning?
I were at home.
Okay. Where were you at 11:30 yesterday evening?
Oh, sorry. Nine, the first sentence, 9 o'clock yesterday morning. I were
I
at
was
I was at yoga club.
at yoga class.
Yeah,
Okay. Where were you at 11:30 yesterday evening?
I was at home.
Okay. Where were you at 3 p.m. o'clock yesterday afternoon?
I was on the way go to my son's school.
Where were you at 6:30 yesterday evening?
I was at home.
Where were you at 7 o'clock this morning?
I was at home.
Okay. Now you can ask the same questions to me.
Yes. Where were Where was you at 9 o'clock yesterday morning?
I was at home teaching.
Where were you at 11:30 yesterday morning evening? 11:30 yesterday evening.
I was at home sleeping.
Yes. Where were you at 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon?
I was at home having a cup of coffee.
Where were you at 12 o'clock last night? Last night.
I was at home sleeping.
Where were you at 6:30 yesterday evening?
I was training. I was outside training.
Where were you at 7 o'clock this morning?
I was at home teaching.
Yes.
Okay, now you can use the following 10 minutes to talk about your last weekend. These are some suggestions that you can talk about. What did you do? Where did you go? Who did you see or what did you see? Did you try anything new and interesting? And how did you feel?
Yes. Last weekend, I went to my mother's home. Then I arrived. My son go to Helio Center. Uh, there was a happy birthday party of him.
Okay, we just say there was a birthday party.
Birthday,
Yes, we just say birthday party. We do not say a
birthday,
happy birthday party.
Birthday party.
Correct.
Yes.
It was a birthday party for whom?
A birthday party for my son's friend.
Okay, very good. What else?
Uh, Here he was very happy. Because he met a lot of his friends and he can play, played, he could play
Okay.
many games.
They played many games. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Let's continue. Okay, in this part, we're going to practice the simple past of the regular verbs, make questions with the verb phrases, and the pronunciation ed at the end of a verb. Okay, please complete the chart and then answer these three questions. For example, in present, you say, they want to go to the match. How do you say that in past?
They wanted to go to the match.
That is correct. They wanted to go to the match. They don't talk to the taxi driver.
They didn't talk to the taxi driver.
Perfect. They didn't talk to the taxi driver. Where do you want to go?
Where did you want to go?
Perfect. What letters do you add to a regular verb in the past? For example, call.
Called.
Called.
We add,
Very
yes,
good.
I will add
Ed.
ed.
Perfect. What do you do if the verb ends in e? For example, type.
Tried. I will add d only.
Very good. What happens to verbs which end with one vowel and one consonant?
Uh, we will add ed and rate edet. Chat t or it. Chatting.
You double
Stop
the
it.
consonant and add ed. Very good.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
The low inventory waiting please.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Okay. We're going to listen.
3.53.
I played tennis this morning.
We watched a good film on TV last night.
My grandfather lived in Vienna when he was young.
I studied German when I was at school.
Okay, please repeat after me. I played tennis this morning.
I played tennis this morning.
We watched a good film on TV last night.
We watched a good film on TV last night.
My grandfather lived in Vienna when he was young.
My grandfather lived in Vienna when he was young.
I studied German when I was at school.
I studied German when I was at school.
When I was at school.
When I was at school.
Very good. Okay, can you please read them by yourself now?
Yes. I played tennis this morning. We watched a good film on TV last night. My grandfather lived in Vienna when he was young. I studied German when I was at school.
Very good. Okay, now we are going to listen again.
Three 3.54. 1.
D. Called. Arrived. Listened.
2.
T. Looked. Relaxed. Stopped.
3.
Id. Wanted. Chatted. Texted.
Okay, the first group. The simple past verbs have three different ending sounds. D, t, and it. For example, called, arrived, listened, looked, relaxed, stopped, wanted, chatted, texted. Can you please repeat after me? Cold,
Cold.
arrived,
Arrived.
listened,
Listened.
looked,
Looked.
relaxed,
Relaxed.
stopped,
Stopped.
wanted,
Wanted.
chatted,
Chatted.
texted.
Tested.
Okay, very good. Now let's listen.
3.55.
Played. Finished. Started. Travelled. Asked. Missed. Cooked. Needed. watched, lived, liked, typed.
Okay, please repeat after me. Played,
slaved,
finished,
finished,
stuttered,
started,
traveled,
traveled,
asked,
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 missed,
missed,
cooked,
cooked,
knitted,
knitted,
watched,
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 lived,
lived,
liked,
liked,
typed.
typed.
Very good. Useful phrases. I'm going to read these sentences first and then you can repeat after me. We look out of the window. I show our ticket to the woman. The story of Emma and Raoul was on television and in newspaper around the world. They called a taxi to take them to London. The girls relaxed in the back of the car. It is about 230 miles from London. It has a population of 3,500 people, or 3,500 people. It is famous for a battle between the English and the Vikings in 1066. Okay, now please repeat after me one by one. We look out of the window.
We look out of the window.
I show our ticket to the woman.
I sold our ticket to the woman.
The story of Emma and Raoul was on television and in newspaper.
The story of Emma and Raoul was on television and in newspaper around the world.
They called a taxi to take them to London.
They called a taxi to take them to London.
The girls relaxed in the back of the car.
The girls relaxed in the back of the car.
It is about 230 miles from London.
It is about 230 miles from London.
It has a population of 3,500 people.
It has a population of 3,500 people.
It is famous for a battle between the English and the Vikings in 1066.
It is famous. It is famous for a battle between the English and the Vikings in 1066.
Okay, very good. Now, can you please read them by yourself?
Yes, we look out. We look out of the window. We saw our ticket to the woman. The story of Emma and Raoul was on television and in newspapers around the world. They called a taxi to take them to London. The girls relaxed in the back of the car. It is about 230 miles from London. It has a population of 3,500 people. It is famous for a battle between the elite and the Vikings in 1066.
Okay, very good. Okay, now you have these few minutes to talk about the happiest memory when you were a child. Here are some questions that you can use as a base. How old were you at the time? What reactions did you or people around you make? What happened? What did you do? What did people around you do? Those are just suggestive questions that you can use.
Yes. Reaction. Reaction, what do it mean, teacher?
Reaction is the way that you behave when something happens. For example, if you see a sad movie, your reaction is crying. When someone tells you a joke, your reaction is to laugh. Do you understand?
Reaction. I understand what you say, but I'm trying to translate to be reaction.
Okay.
Yes. Uh, when I was six, 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
um, at class, I I studied uh, a paragraph.
You studied
No,
a
it,
paragraph.
no, it's a poem, not a
Oh, a
paragraph. It's
poem,
a
a
poem,
poem. Okay.
poem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a poem. I studied a poem, and when I stayed at home, I read it for my mother.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I uh, I I can sing that poem, and my mother was very surprised about that. Uh, and now she often repeat about it.
Okay.
You understand?
Just a little. I understand that you had to learn a poem and that your mom helped you and she repeat the poem for you to
No, no,
understand.
no. I I studied a poem at school,
Mm-hmm.
and when stay at home, I read it for my mom.
Oh, you learned the poem and you read it to your mom.
Yes, and After that, I put on the poem. I can change that poem to a song and I sing it.
Oh, you changed the poem into a song.
Yes. And my mother was very surprised. You understand?
Yes, I
When you
do.
smile, I think you understand.
And how did you change it into a song? Did you do it
I don't know.
yourself?
Yes, I don't know. After I read it, I read that poem. So after that, I sing it.
Wow, it's very interesting. You are very creative.
Yeah. And now sometimes my mother repeat about it.
Okay, do you still remember the song?
Oh no, I can't.
You forgot.
It's yes, I forgot.
But do you think you are a creative person?
Create.
Creative. That has like a big imagination. Because if you change a poem to a song, it's because you have a big imagination.
Can you write that book, please?
Which word? Creative.
Yes. Cre-
Creative.
Create. Yes, I think so.
You think so? Okay. Wow, that's a really nice story.
Create.
Okay, let's continue. Okay. The third part, the lesson objectives of this third part, a silly mistake, my favorite childhood memories. Do you understand the lesson objectives?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, now we have this reading. A silly mistake. Okay, can you please try to read it?
Yes. Write a story in which the character made a silly mistake and then had a cough with the consequence consequence of the mistake. Juliana had a million things to do every day, looking after the daily needs of a husband, a child, and two school-going children was a full-time job. She had to cook the meals, clean the house, wash the clothes, feed the children to and from school, do the shopping, and do many other things that a wife and math had to do. The sheer workload that she had to deal with sometimes caused her to make silly mistakes. She made one such silly mistake when she was preparing dinner one every morning. In her rush to get dinner ready, she forgot she had already put salt into the curry chicken she was making. So twice she put salt into the curry. It was way too much salt. The curry was in in the bowl.
Okay, very good. Do you have any word or phrase here?
Yes.
Okay.
Fight, fight is a part of faith. The children,
I'm sorry?
fight, fight. The children to and from school. Fight.
The children. Oh, take the children. It's the
It
same as
means
take the
take.
children to school.
Yeah. Next word. Seer. The seer workload.
Okay. Let me see. I think I'm going to translate this one because it's easier. Okay, makes sense?
Is an adverb. Adjective.
I'm sorry, it's because I don't know Vietnamese. So, but I do not know how else to explain this word. So I had to use the translate. But does it make sense to you?
Is a adjective. It's not a noun.
It's an adjective, yes, to describe something. To say how great something is, how important.
Seer. It how to read it. Seer.
Sure, correct.
Seer. It's same great.
Great, okay.
Yes. Workload. Next.
It's like a lot of work, like the great lot of work that she had to deal. Lots of work.
A lot of work.
Correct.
A lot of work. Yes. Yes, it's okay, teacher.
Okay, so we are going to stop right here and we're going to continue with this on Thursday, all right?